Hey y'all, if you're someone who struggles with feeling like you have to do a million things in order for the Lord to truly love you, this is a video for you. I struggle with this often. I often struggle with the fact that I feel like I have to do a million things in ministry or serve in these huge capacities or do all of these different things in order for the Lord to love me. And it's been a hard struggle, right? Because what happens when I'm busy or things just fall out of place and I'm not able to do those things? Of course, the feeling is feeling like, oh, I wonder if he still loves me, right? And so it's a constant struggle for me. It's something I read this morning really cemented it in my chest, and I just gotta read it to you guys. It's in Romans 5, verse 8. And I've heard the scripture a lot of times, but this morning it just fresh revelation. This morning, it says, "Well, God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Again, I've heard this multiple times, yet it kept repeating in my head. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And I'm thinking about all these different things, and I'm like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to say? Why is it stuck in my head? And literally the question came to mind of, while you were a sinner, while you were in your sin before you came to Christ, what did you do that was pleasing unto the Lord? What did you do that pleased the Lord while you were in sin? Nothing. Nothing. There was nothing that I did before I came to Christ that was pleasing to the Lord. I was deep in my sin. I was not paying him any attention. I was doing all type of stuff, right? Yet in the scripture it says he demonstrated his love to us for in the fact that he died for us while we were still sinners. So while I was in a place where everything that I was doing was contrary to him, while I was in a place where everything that I was doing made his heart hurt, that he was unhappy with how I was living, he loved me then. So much so that he died for me, right? And so now, how does that help my current mindset, right? How does that help me get out of the mindset that I have to do all of these things in order to be loved? If the Lord loved me when I did nothing for him, that shows that his love has nothing to do with works. He loved me fully, completely, purely, unconditionally when I did not know him, when I did not love him, when I was not committed to him, when I lived contrary to him. He loved me fully then, which shows his love cannot be based off what I have done. His love must not be based off how I live or what I do or mistakes I make or even the good things that I do. His love cannot be based off that because I had his love before I knew him. Right? Does that make sense? That's what really ministered me today. I have to understand that since the Lord loved me before I could be in ministry, before I started serving, before I was able to pray, read my Bible consistently, since he loved me before that, then his love cannot be based on what I'm doing. It isn't based on what I'm doing. It's based on who he is. His love is based on his love. His love is based on the pure, beautiful heart that he has. Not anything that I could do to gain it, because I didn't gain it in the first place. It was always there. So yeah, that encouraged me today. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And that hit right here.